Hi, welcome to Auntie Nat's Crochet. Thank you for choosing this tutorial video. Do check out my other videos too. If you don't mind, please do subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is at this corner of the video and also at the end of the video. I have hundreds of more videos from crochet to amigurumi, clothes to toys, hats to bags, and lots more to come. So do check it out. Today I'm gonna make a sling bag. You can call it a handphone bag or a passport bag, but actually my intention is to make an Angpau bag. Since Chinese New Year is around the corner, so normally we'll give out Angpau. This is a big Angpau with some Angpau packet inside. So I'm gonna make something like this, minus a flower. So just to slot in Angpau without a flap. And it's a sling bag. And I'm gonna use this cotton yarn. This is a 8-ply cotton yarn. And the pattern, I'm not sure what the pattern is called, but the pattern required a multiple of 5. So I have to do in a multiple of 5 to come to this size. So maybe it might go slightly longer, I'm not sure. It has to be longer than this, it cannot be shorter than this. If not, the Angpau would kind of like show on top, right? I want the whole Angpau inside. Doesn't matter whether you're the receiving one or the giving one, you still need a pouch for Angpau, right? I mean, for those who celebrate Chinese New Year will understand what I'm saying. So for this yarn, I'm going to use a 5mm hook because this is a 8-ply cotton yarn. And I'm using red because it's Chinese New Year. Okay, and all you need is just cotton yarn and a hook. And it's going to be a very simple pattern. So let's start. Okay, I'm gonna start by making a knot. And this is just my habit of making a knot. So after this knot, I'm gonna come up with a multiple of 5 plus 1. So let's do all the 5 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, let's see, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I think 30 should be just nice. So my pattern, I'm going to work this way. So I'm going to do double of this size and fold it back. So I'm going to do double of this size and fold it back. Seal the side and you're going to get a back. So since I need 30, so I'm going to do 30 more. Okay, all in I did 65 stitches because 60 is just nice, so I want it to be slightly longer, so I did 65. I do not want the pouch to be too big because if it's too big it might not look nice. It's supposed to be like a handphone bag, a sling bag, a small bag for Angpau. So this is slightly longer. So up to you whether you want to make it bigger or smaller or just exactly the size of your Angpau or your handphone. So now I did 65. I chained 65. So now I'm going to start to do the pattern. I'm going to chain 1, go to the second stitch from the hook. This is the hook. This is the first stitch. Go to the second stitch. Because this stitch is the one that we chain 1, so you go to the second stitch. I'm going to do slip stitch 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I did slip stitch, and the second 5 stitch I'm going to do half double crochet. Means you're gonna yarn over, insert your hook, grab a yarn and put through all 3, and you're gonna do 5, into the next 5. So this is my second one, my third one, and fourth, and fifth one. So you're gonna have something like this. Narrow, it widens, then again you're gonna narrow down again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here you're gonna narrow again, slip stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 slip stitch, and again the next 5 is going to be a half double crochet. And we're going to continue in the same manner until the end of the row. So you're going to like this. Okay, gonna look like this, the first row. You make sure you count your stitches. If the first row is right, then the rest will follow. So now once I reach the end of the row, it depends. If you end it with a slip stitch, the next row we're gonna start with half double crochet. But if you end it with half double crochet, the next row we're going to start with slip stitch. If you're going to start with slip stitch, you're going to chain 1. If you're going to start with half double crochet, you chain 2. So since I end with a slip stitch, slip stitch, I'm going to chain 2, turn my work. I'm going to do half double crochet only on the back loop. If you look at this, the V shape here, this is the front loop, this is the back loop. We're going to use the back loop, only the back, not both. So we're going to yarn over, we chain 2. So this is the one, because this is a chain 2. So here, back loop, we're going to do half double crochet. So same thing, half double crochet on top of that 5 slip stitch. So which means I have to make 5 half double crochet. Whoops. Yarn over, go to the back loop, one, 2, 3, 4, which means I need 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now on top of this half double crochet, I'm going to do slip stitch also on the back loop. So you just continue to work only on the back loop. So on top of the half double crochet you do slip stitch, on top of the slip stitch you do half double crochet. So this is how it look like. Now again, half double crochet only on the back loop. And you continue this pattern 1, 2, 3. And you continue this pattern until you come to the length that you want. So you're gonna look like this. So I'll come back to you once I have the length that I want, and I'm gonna fold it in two, and I will have myself a sling bag. Just want to show you how it looked like so far. So now when I'm at the third row, I end with double crochet, half double crochet. So this is the time I just chain one and turn my work. So if you end at slip stitch, you turn your work, you chain two. So here I chain one, turn my work, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. So you're gonna continue the pattern until you come to the length that you want, and make sure every because we're gonna turn our work all the time, so you just make sure that everything is neat and there's no you know, extra yarn coming off, chucking out anywhere. If not, the bag will not look nice. Yeah. And this one we will just use a tapestry needle and weave it inside. Okay, I've come to the length that I want. The pattern look like this. So I'm gonna fold it in two, and here, since I stopped here, I'm going to just sew it here to seal the side here. And before I do that, I'm gonna add this at the front. So if you want to know how to do this, I'm gonna share this in the description box below. So now I'm going to sew this onto here, so it'll be right in front of the back. So just find one spot where you think it's suitable, where you see that the stitch is not that nice and you want to cover up. I think I have one here. I think I'll do it this side. Okay, I'm gonna sew this here. So I'm just gonna sew it with the tapestry needle and some red yarn. Since I have not sewn the back, you can just turn it to the back and sew it from here. Just make sure it's attached nicely and does not move, and I'll come back to you and show you how I'm going to seal the side and do the back strap. Okay, I have sewed this to the front. It's secured. You can really see the stitches here. It's better that you sew it on than you glue, because at least you sew it on, you can actually wash it. I'm not sure what will happen if you wash it very often, because this is fluffy yarn. Maybe you can just hand wash. So here, the sides here, I'm gonna cut the yarn. And I'm going to use a tapestry needle to sew the sides. So since I'm just going to fold it in two, I'll just follow these stitches here. I'll just take this back front loop. I will use this front loop and this back loop. One on the front loop, one on the back loop. Oh wait, it should be this one. This is the back loop of this stitch here, and this is the front loop. Just follow the stitch and it will look like this. It looks more neat this way than to single crochet all around. So you do this until the end here and also here. And later I'm going to do some double crochet or half double crochet on top here just for the edge. And this is how the sides look like. It does look like as if I did it in a round. There's no sign of stitch, right? It does look like I did it in a round. So I've attached this. I've sewed the top part and also the bottom part just in case, so it's more stable. And I've come up with this back strap. I will share the link to this back strap in the description box below. It's actually a Tunisian stitch back strap. It looks like this, the pattern looks like this, but because of the thickness and maybe I pull a little bit too tight, it kind of like curl up, and I will have a hard time making it straight. To straighten it, I think maybe I might need to iron it, but I thought maybe if it's curled up it looks nice as well. So it looks nice, right? Even though it's curled up. This is a curl up version. This is the straightened one. So which do you think you prefer? I think I'll let it curl, because even though if I straighten it, it would still curl a bit. So I thought I would just curl it even more, make it slightly longer, curl it even more before I sew it to the sides here. So after I sew it to the side here, I'm going to do one more layer of half double crochet just to make it look like it has an edge. So now I'm going to attach this like this, curl up. It does look like a back cord instead of a flat back strap. So I just let it curl, and I'll get a tapestry needle and sew it to the side. So now when I sew, I do not really have to really bother whether this is the right side up. I just let it curl. So I'll come back to you once I've fastened the other side, and I want to check again to see if it really fits, if it's long enough for my body. And later I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the half double crochet the edge, a slightly one row of edge up here. Okay, I've fastened this side. It looks like this. this side. Over this side, I'm going to use this because as when I'm doing this cord, the yarn is still here. I haven't cut the yarn, so I thought with this yarn I'll just continue with this half double crochet on the edge here. So I'll just go down here and be slightly down here, bring this over and do a slip stitch so that it does not look so much like a stitch, and slightly slip stitch my way up to the top here so that this edge here goes further down. And here, this yarn that I used to sew the side here, I slowly work my way from here to here so that I can fasten it this side, or else this tail here I'm gonna use it to do half double crochet edge on the top. So I'm gonna chain 2, yarn over, I'm gonna do a half double crochet. Just randomly do half double crochet. Make sure when you do the half double crochet, try not to create any holes. Sorry, this is half double crochet. Like here, if you use here, you're gonna cause a hole. So you pull the bottom strand as well so that it will cover up the hole. So the top is gonna look like this. Okay, so now let me fasten this first, fasten this side first before I continue with this half double crochet edge. Okay, the half double crochet, I forgot to mention that you see there's 2 lines here, the front loop or back loop line. I'm gonna do one here, half double crochet, and one here. Then I'm gonna jump here, 1 2 1 2 1 2. So I would not know, I didn't really count how many half double crochet I have all together because your bag and my bag might differ. Yours could be smaller or mine could be smaller. So long you see this gap here, you just do 2 double crochet and it will look like this. And by the time you come until here, just join to the first one here with a slip stitch and hide the tail along. I'll come back to you and show you how the final product look like. Okay, I've come to the last part here. I've cut the yarn. Pull this tight. It's tight enough. And I'm going to weave my way through down here. So this is how the bag look like. Hope you like this pattern. Thank you for watching, and for those who are celebrating Chinese New Year, I wish you a great, happy, prosperous Chinese New Year, and hope you have lots and lots of Angpau to put in this Angpau bag. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next post.